All right, and we're live. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Multiverse Show, episode 44, the greatest show on Mondays. We got our panel back together. First, do introductions. I introduce my foundation, the man who's finally going to be here regularly and is hardwired, finally.
Yeah, buddy.
Game Entertainment.
What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here from TICGN.com. Welcome to the Multiverse Show, the greatest show, no longer the greatest podcast. On a Monday, I'm glad you guys are rocking with us as usual. Great to have a panel today. Gracious for you guys who are watching live, also for you guys who are watching not live. That doesn't make any sense, but let's roll with it. Do not forget, we do have a Nintendo Switch giveaway up and running that ends April 1st, and I promise you the winner that's chosen will not be tricked on April Fool's Day. Let's go. Yeah, buddy.
All right. And our other co-host, the third in the...
Sorry, what the hell just happened?
Oh, that just lagged out. I think we just lost Fame.
And Fame's gone. What?
When your introduction's so groundbreaking, it kicks people out of the room. What's going on, guys? I'm dead. Back in the podcast.
Okay,
again.
so was that me or was that Anchor?
That was Anchor.
It's both of
Okay,
you.
I thought it was me. I was like, time to call Spectrum.
And some people say we're unprofessional.
So is Anchor still here? All right, we lost Anchor. So
What is going on?
Moonlight won
introduce
Best
yourself.
Picture.
all right, Nick, you want to go ahead and give your intro, brother?
I already did. It kicked
Oh.
someone out of the room. It kicked you out of the room, and
No, I
broke
left.
Anchor's mic.
In the middle of the earth, in the land of the Shire, lives a brave
God.
little hobbit whom we all admire. With his long wooden pipe and fuzzy woolly toes, he lives in a hobbit hole and everybody knows him. Bilbo, Bilbo, Bilbo
Really?
Baggins. He's only 3 feet tall. Bilbo,
We doing this?
Bilbo Baggins, the bravest little hobbit of them all. Hello, everyone. James_S Wilson. Come talk to me about Radiohead, films, and songs about Bilbo Baggins sung by Leonard Nimoy.
All righty then.
That just happened.
that happened. All right,
And
we
the
got
crowd goes wild.
Guys,
Mike B, the truth. What's happening, brother?
Not much, man. It's Mike from the Inner Circle. All I got to say this week is that this Friday, March 3rd, is the Switch Gang Uprising. If you're with Switch Gang, take your bottle of Grey Goose, hold it up high. I know my boy Fame is. I know my boy Kofi is. And if anybody tries to tell you otherwise, you bring that down and smash it on a sucker head.
Yeah, buddy. So, since Anchorman, who is the host of this show, is currently having problems with his internet provider.
you here?
Wait a minute, Anchor, you back?
I don't know what happened. Just like
I'm about to take over, boy.
Nick, it was like, nope, we're out. Jeez.
Welcome back.
I can hear everything fine. I don't know what happened. I heard that the epic ballad there.
Yes.
Pretty dope.
I think you'll find it's a very topical song to sing,
Oh, definitely. Mm-mm.
considering a game that was announced today.
Oh yeah, man, we got to hold off on that though. We got other things to talk about.
That's why I did it at the beginning.
No. We got to be timeline here. We got stuff to cover. We got so many topics covered tonight. So little time. We got to get rolling. So first thing on the docket, we got actually quite a bit. This actually happened last week. This was a little news about the game called Nier Automata. In particular, Nier Automata, developed by Platinum. What makes this particularly interesting is actually they have stated that you can buy trophies.
Trash.
Now, I want to clarify what we mean first before everybody jumps to conclusions. We're not talking microtransactions here. We're talking straight up. The rules that they have in place is that if you play a game 3 times, you play their campaign, on the third playthrough, you can actually use in-game currency to buy any trophies you missed.
So you can get a platinum by not actually having the skill to get a platinum.
Now, I don't know about the game. I don't know how it's set up. I personally do not know, but I kind of want to get the general discussion here. Like, what do you guys think about the concept of buying trophies? Like, I guess the first form of the question is, do you think it's okay in this scenario? The way
Hell no. This is how stuff gets rolling. It's always one company or somebody decides to do it, and then everyone starts doing it. But when it comes to microtransactions, hell, paying to play online. Once one person starts to do it, and then it's successful because people claim that they're pissed at it, but end up doing it anyway. Once that becomes successful, the next company is like, I'm going to do that bull crap too. And before you know it, trophies are going to be something that people can pay for and say, oh, look how many platinums I have. It's not about how much money you have, which is complete crap. This is not good for gaming. I promise you, because every company they all copycat. It's a big copycat, hobby. Everyone copycats off each other, and this could be the beginning of some BS, and I don't like it whatsoever.
No, I mean there are no microtransactions for this. This is just purely in-game currency.
No, I know it's not microtransactions, but what I'm saying is it only takes. I use microtransactions as an example. Microtransactions, paying to play online, whatever case may be. You started with one company doing it, and then everyone starts to do it. So now people who don't have the skill to go out and actually platinum the game, or 100 score the game, are gonna get it, pay for whatever in-game currency or whatever case may be, to brag that they look, I got the platinum on the games. People can have, because that's all platinums and game scores, it's bragging rights. So you got people out here being frauds, and they're gonna pay to in-game currency, whatever the case may be, to show people that, hey, look, I 100% this game, which they actually didn't.
Exactly.
It's like a participation. It's a participation trophy. If you get in a football league and you get last place, you don't deserve an effing trophy.
Exactly. I mean, my whole thing with this is, like, I'm not personally someone that's an achievement hunter or a trophy hunter, but for gamers out there that do use trophies as bragging rights for their gamer cred, and they're on that achievements app on their Xbox tracking the leaderboards and seeing who has the highest achievement score. If you could just buy trophies in the game, it doesn't matter if it's in-game currency or real currency, but doesn't that make the whole point of trophies irrelevant? I mean, it kind of seems arbitrary then, doesn't it?
Exactly.
So I want to make sure I'm reading this correctly. So to you, by making trophies no longer challenge-based, that it opens up a can of worms about in the future it could be abused.
Yes.
It's no longer based on completing the challenge, but rather, all right, I did all the grinding to get the really hard achievement, and I'm out of here.
Yep. Exactly. It extremely devalues, the achievement system. It devalues it because a lot of people like Nick and Kid Smooth, they're literally going back and forth playing these games and grinding to get these achievements because there's a sense of greatness. So there's a sense of, I can't think of the freaking word of getting, trophies and gamer score. And if you put it where I could just give you in-game currency or microtransactions, whatever the case may be, it devalues gamer score. And at that point, what's the point of it? If anybody can get it, because I like especially the rare achievements and the rare trophies. If anybody can go out and just buy those, what's the point?
Exactly.
So let's get Mr. Achievement in on here. Nick, what you think about this?
I just think it's catering to those that don't have the talent to get the achievements or trophies. Personally, I feel like, especially since it's on your third playthrough, and like there's very few games where you have to do 3, 4, 5 playthroughs to get all the trophies. Games like Dark Souls and whatnot, you have to. I think the original Dark Souls, to get 100% achievement progress, I think you have to do like 5 separate full playthroughs to get it. But I feel like with this one, if you have to do 3 full playthroughs and you still have to you have to pay for the trophies using in-game currency, I feel like it's them patting you on the back, being like, "It's okay, you suck. It's okay." And like what they haven't made clear is like, what trophies are going to be available for you to buy with in-game currency. Like, can I just play the game on the easiest mode 3 times and then buy the trophy for playing it on the hardest mode and then brag about beating it on the hardest mode?
Exactly.
Like, that's my problem with it. And like, I've past few months, I've gotten way more into the achievement hunting. I've gone up think I've gone up about 35,000 gamer score in the past 5 months, probably because I was sitting around 50K and I'm at 87,000 now. And like some months I put in more gamer score than some people have on their Xbox profile per month. And I think if you start devaluing that system for people like me, it makes me lose interest in grinding for the achievements, and people are just going to start buying them. Like there's games I've got, I don't know, it took me like 200, 300 hours to get 100% completion on. Like I had 100% completion on Fallout 4 pre-DLC.
What?
I had, I'm trying to think other ones I've got. I've got a ton of open world. I think I've got 28 to 30 100%ed games on Xbox. And to me, if you can buy the achievements and 100% it, all it's going to do is make these guys that are on Twitter and everything else twice as bad, because now you can buy your gaming certificate. And I also want to make sure to clarify, too, I don't think if you have a lower gamer score or trophy count makes you less of a gamer or any of that petty bullshit. But being able to buy them just shouldn't be an option.
You have a really good point that we were talking about buying a gamer certificate, because it's kind of like these companies that are diploma mills, right? Where you could pay this kind of like offshoot company, and yeah, they'll print your name on a college diploma and an associate's degree on a bachelor's degree, but you didn't earn that. You didn't take the classes and pass the classes to earn that. It's kind of like the same thing. I don't think it's good luck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. But, you all seem very passionate.
You don't do achievements, do you, James? Or not achievements?
The only game I've ever really cared about the achievements is Resident Evil 7. But that's because I really like playing it. And I like doing the specific challenges that it's giving me. But that's the only time, really, I've gone after achievements.
Well, see, there's a thing for you. If you want to put this system into Resident Evil 7, because that's a game I know Mike plays. I know James played it. I know Fame and Anchor, I don't think have. But say for Resident Evil 7's sake, you could save up your antique coins on an easy playthrough, and then use those antique coins you collected through the playthrough, and then use it towards completing the game on Madhouse difficulty, or completing the game without using a med kit.
I think you're using a bad example, because that's basically a system that's already implemented in the game.
Ooh.
Yeah, but no, you can't buy the achievements with... Like, the antique coins help along, but what I'm saying is you can't sit there, play the game on the easiest mode, and then once you finish this thing, be like, all right, here's the antique coins. I'm going to unlock that specific trophy and then brag about it.
I think a better way to do it would be to use the in-game currency, like the antique coins that you say. Let's keep using Resi 7 as an example. If you get us loads of antique coins, you can buy upgrades for your character to make the game easier for you. But as opposed to buying achievements. Again, it's not something that I really am passionate about, but I understand why loads of people would get angry, like you are now. It's just not something that I care enough about to shout.
Now, if it was something, if it was like okay, on Xbox they have a rarity system where it's like, okay, if you get
they have the same on PS4.
10% of the population, like
they have the same for that on PS4.
Yeah, I mean, they do the same thing. I meant more along the lines of if they locked it, where they said, okay, certain achievements you just cannot buy. Like, if you want to waste your time in buying easy achievements, I don't give a damn.
I would put money on the fact that you can't buy achievements that are unlocked by completing levels and the story.
Oh.
I just that would make no sense to me that you could buy the achievement that says you completed the game when you didn't complete the game. Like, not even like 100%, just like complete the story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, unless Nier Automata's got like trophies that are like, I know some open world games and a lot of adventure games have some really ridiculous numbers. I can't remember I think it was the original Left 4 Dead game, had to kill 56,000 zombies.
Oh yeah, like,
and I'm only 2,000 zombies off of that, but I literally played that game for days and days and days. Like, if those achievements are unlockable by in-game currency, then really whatever. But like Fame says, if one company starts doing this, so say Nier Automata goes, all right, you can use in-game currency to buy achievements, and then EA sits there and goes, I wonder if we charged $1 an achievement, if we could get people to pay money for this.
Yeah, everyone, yep.
The extra $50.
There's extra $50. Next thing you know, you're gonna have games. All your games are like, say there's 1,000 gamer score to a game. You're gonna have like 400 trophies. They're all worth 2 gamer score.
Oh, and going along this road, I can see in the future a pre-order bonus. You spend an extra
pre-order trophy.
Yeah, a pre-order trophy, or you pre-order and all the trophies are unlocked.
It's funny, right? Or I was thinking of something like EA. If you buy, say, like the season pass for the next Battlefield game, you unlock all the trophies.
No, you wait.
I don't see them doing that necessarily, simply because trophies benefit them. If you say, hey, you can only get this by playing the game, like that's an incentive to keep people playing.
Yeah, I don't think any companies are going to charge for trophies ever.
It's really weird that
no
of
sense.
all the people that did it, it was the developers of Nier Automata. It's so weird. I thought about this a year or two ago. I sat there and wondered if a company would ever do it, but it was not these developers I thought would do it. I thought this would be something that Activision or EA would try to pull off first, but
I reckon this trend will be born and die with this game.
I kind of hope so. I hope it's just a one-time thing that we're all just trying out, see how it goes.
It's just weird. It's not interesting weird. It's just weird.
Yeah. It's just stupid weird.
All right, moving right along. Going on to the next little topic we have for the evening. Real quick. First things first. Let's talk about those Oscars for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
I believe you have the wrap-up on this. Who were some of the big winners last night?
Well, unsurprisingly, La La Land won a lot of stuff, but that's because it was nominated for 14 things.
Yeah.
It only won 6. And I say only because it was a surprisingly split year. The winner, it won Best Film. It also won Best Director. No, sorry, La La Land did not win Best Film. Moonlight won Best Film.
Yeah. Even you make mistakes.
Even I. I'll talk about that first. For those of you who didn't know, Warren Beatty, very classic film star, and Faye Dunaway, they were Bonnie and Clyde in the original film. They accidentally read out the wrong name for Best Film because they were handed the wrong envelope. And they said that La La Land won, and midway through the speeches from the various producers, someone came onto the stage and went, no, 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 no. We gave you the wrong envelope. Moonlight are the winners. This is the first time that PricewaterhouseCoopers, the company that do the ballot for the Oscars, have ever made a mistake live during the awards. 89 years have passed, and they've never made a mistake, and they made it in the most crucial category, the last award of the evening. It was hilarious and one of the greatest moments in television film history. And it was so funny.
It was pretty funny. I was watching the reaction on Twitter. Everyone's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" Steve Harvey, like smiling memes going around, like if you redeemed.
I was live tweeting the whole thing, which is astonishing for me because it was about 4:45 in the morning at my time when I was watching it. I go hardcore for the Oscars. And I'm literally writing a tweet going, La La Land, I picked this film out to win in October. It's amazing. What? Literally mid-tweet, I had to change what I was talking about. But yeah, so Moonlight won. It won Best Film. It also won Best Supporting Actor. Mahershala Ali, you know him as Remy from House of Cards.
Or better yet, Cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth from Luke Cage, which I never finished. I got bored, actually.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Did it finish well?
Yeah, it was good.
Fantastic. Yeah, those and then Moonlight also won Best Adapted Screenplay, but Best Director was Damien Chazelle, Best Actress was Emma Stone for La La Land, Best Editing was Hacksaw Ridge, Best Sound Design was Arrival, Best Costume Design was Fantastic Beasts, the Harry Potter film, and it was a really nicely spread year. It was surprising to see so many awards go to so many different films. Annoying that Hidden Figures didn't get any awards. It was a really nice and sweet film.
Yo,
But
shout out to Viola Davis, man. She's my favorite actress, and she's the first black actress to win an Oscar, Emmy, and a Tony. So shout out to Viola Davis, man. She is probably one of the greatest actresses that's ever lived.
She's a very, very good actress. I haven't seen Fences. I'm going to see it tomorrow, just after I see Logan, because I'm awesome. However, I am not a big fan of her speech. The thing, but I could go into the whole details about why. I don't have my notes. I made really detailed notes about why it's not that good a speech. It just sounds good because she's saying it. Anyway, but for comic book fans, there was one award that caught our attention.
Yes, the one
Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad. Before this was an Oscar-nominated film. Marvel films have been Oscar-nominated before. Doctor Strange was nominated for Best Visual Effects last night, and it could have won. However, Suicide Squad did win for makeup and hairstyling.
And
So
I honestly believe Star Trek was so snubbed.
Absolutely.
Because Star Trek not only did so Suicide Squad only had like maybe one or two makeup hairstyling things that they ever did.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna stop you right there. All right. Everything on Harley Quinn, everything on the Joker. Let's not forget the Killer Croc. That was practical. What you saw wasn't CGI.
That's pretty much all I would agree with you on.
And Diablo, all the tattoos.
Yeah, the tattoo
and the look of Enchantress.
Yeah.
It is not an undeserved award. However, I do agree with you. Star Trek probably should.
Star Trek created 50 brand new aliens. Like that was completely ignored. I was like, really?
It was very surprising. And now we live in a world where the DC Extended Universe got an Oscar before the Marvel Cinematic Universe did.
Yep. And I will never forgive that.
we have to say now the Oscar-winning Suicide Squad.
That will be an argument now. How many times have you won an Oscar?
No one's defending Suicide Squad. Let's be honest. Not even with that.
No, not yet. They'll try.
I see people in the comment section are kind of antsy about our next topic already. It's coming, people. It's coming. We're gonna talk about it.
All right. So going in with something new, actually. Let's talk about Lord of War or Shadow of War. It's kind of all right. So real quick,
Shadow of Wardor.
Shadow of War.
That's good.
So
that is its name. I refuse to call it anything else.
It's not even. Honestly, it's kind of hilarious, but it's just okay. Shadow of War got announced today. It got leaked the day before, and it was definitely expected. I knew it was coming at some point. I mean, they set up the first game for a sequel. They do this intentionally. You get the feeling there is going to be one, and I heard about it. And I heard it was officially announced, and I was like, "All right, let's see this. I want to see this trailer." And I watched that trailer. I got so excited. I got so hyped. I'm a big Tolkien guy. I really enjoy that, and it was so cool to finally see that. Yes, we're getting into the Nazgul, and oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. I was just so excited over this.
Okay, does Xbox? Am I tripping? Does Xbox have the marketing deal for this? Because I saw the trailer ended with the Xbox commercial. Xbox like logo. So was that because it was on the? Because I see somebody say, "Oh, Sony has some." I mean, people care about marketing deals for whatever reason, but I also know because when it ended with the Xbox logo and Windows 10.
I don't know because I saw a PS4 trailer for it, so I don't know.
So
I don't know. There might be a marketing deal in place, but I'm not 100% on that one.
Gotcha. Just asking because I saw it was a topic of discussion in a couple of Facebook groups, and all the trailer I seen was the one in the Xbox logo. So that's the PS4 logo, which means there may or may not even be a marketing deal anywhere. It might just be one of those games where every platform is shown.
PlayStation has a trailer up on their channel now. I know that.
Xbox does as well. That's where I saw it.
Yeah, Xbox had it first, but it was. And I was super excited for it, and I know Nick was excited for it. He saw the collector's edition.
Yeah, I just tweeted that out. That I really want that statue. I don't buy collector's editions, but
I'll tell you what though, I'm more excited for Shadow of Mordor than Red Dead Redemption 2.
Shadow of War.
Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of Mordor.
I got used to not saying Shadow of Mordor. Like I honestly am more hyped for this than Red Dead Redemption.
I have no hype for Red Dead right now.
I don't even think it's coming out this year.
I forgot about it, honestly.
Nah, that's going to come out in 2018 probably.
I don't know.
I'm hyped about Horizon tomorrow, though.
What was it?
I'm hyped about Horizon tomorrow, though.
Oh yeah, that comes out tomorrow. Wow.
I'm hyped about Zelda on Friday.
Yeah, buddy.
And we're all hyped about Logan.
Yes, I am going to see that Friday.
I'll be seeing it this weekend. I need people to go see it with because I'm not desperate. I'm not going to go to a movie by myself.
Really? I go to movies on my own all the time.
No, I'm not going to drive to a theater alone.
Oh, I only have to walk because I live in a real country.
I mean, I could walk to my bed.
I have a movie theater. I have a movie tavern right down the street. So, walking distance.
Damn right.
And America.
There's a theater on the other end of town, over in Midtown that I really do like. I like the owner. I like him. He's trying to renovate that side of town. I'm real happy with him, and so I try to support his theater in particular. So I give him props because he doesn't have any of those. He's actually a third party guy who is like not Cinemark or Regal or any of those groups. He doesn't have any of those deals for like certain movies to be shown. He has to fight for every single movie that comes to his theater.
That's awesome.
It's great. And so like there's no deals. So like sometimes you can have the crazy deal where like, yeah, I fought for all the Marvel movies. All the Marvel movies will be here. Like he goes out of his way to do that. I really appreciate that. So I give him my money. Willingly, with pleasure and flamboyancy.
You should do a whole podcast talking like that. That's brilliant.
But yeah, I'm just so pumped for that game. And I think one of the things that really weirded me out though was just like the reaction from some people about it, because apparently this will be the first official third party to support Scorpio. It is the first announced third party game that it will be supporting Scorpio.
It's a very good one. Which is weird because it was one of the flagship games to the Shadow of Mordor was one of the flagship games for the PS4 Pro.
That's true.
Yeah,
to come with the Pro patch. So maybe Warner Brothers are hiding the fact that they work really well on console but can't make a damn game for PC.
Apparently.
Now about Shadow of Mordor, there was a lot of talk on Twitter today about native 4K. Like did anybody say anywhere that this game was going to be native 4K?
I didn't claim officially.
No, all the assumption is it runs on UWP, and since it's Xbox Play Anywhere title, everyone's assuming that'll run native 4K on Scorpio. That is an assumption. There is nothing on paper I have seen.
Do we know what engine it's running on?
I do not know.
I can find out.
The last one I know was on Unreal.
Now, all I do know for sure is that they have been touting a new version. They are calling it Nemesis 2.0.
The Nemesis system was one of the best inventions that game did.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like that thing sold that game. And one of the things in particular that makes this interesting though is that this game, you are not just infiltrating and destroying things. You actually have to build your own army.
Yes. Oh, this is gonna be.
And that's why it's Nemesis 2.0, because not only are you dealing with enemy force that has to be infiltrated, but you have to actually build your own. You have your own. There are internal power struggles and all that kind of stuff, and you have to deal with that.
That sounds cool, but if they make me do a tower defense section, I'm going to be really annoyed. All right, that was some ASMR stuff right there, but we'll carry on.
The hell was that?
It was ASMR. That's what it was.
All right.
Shadow of Mordor. I was going to say something. I can't remember what now. In the middle of the no.
Oh man.
You know what I don't get though is like I saw it get announced on Twitter when I was getting off work this morning. I was like, oh, cool, that's really cool. And I was kind of excited because I have the first game download, still haven't played it, but I woke up and there was a bunch of people on my Twitter timeline being like, nope, game's trash. I'm sitting there going, why is it trash? I start reading into the tweets, and because it's an Xbox Play Anywhere title, there are actually people that don't want to support or buy the game. And it's absolutely,
oh my God.
It's absolutely mind-numbing.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. I was seeing things from NeoGaf. Let me pull it up, actually. I got one. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. So one guy actually says, wow, the salt and hate towards Microsoft is clear as day in this thread. Like, no wonder people call this place Sony Gap. And so one guy actually responded, and he said, hope I can get it for $40 at CD Keys at launch. And then afterwards, in response to the guy before, he says, MS is just here to destroy the industry and our favorite hobby. Then he says probably developing the game for Xbox One and Windows 10 is so similar, and having a Windows 10 version is a no issue. And having that Windows store is so irrelevant, there's no way it could detract users from buying it on other stores.
The one I saw today, and it was absolutely hilarious. It was someone tweeting, I can't remember the PlayStation's head's name. The Yoshida? Yoshida. And someone was tweeting to him and said it was unfair that Xbox gets 2 copies of the game.
What?
For the price of one, because of the crossplay, because you can play it on your PC or play it on your Xbox, right?
My head hurts.
Yeah, but wait. But you can do that on PlayStation.
Yep, with the Vita.
Yep.
Or a Sony phone.
Yeah.
Or your
but
computer with remote play.
We don't talk about the fact of who owns Vitas and who owns Sony phones.
Can I actually? I want to tell a little story. A friend of mine had a Sony Xperia for 3 weeks because his iPhone was getting repaired, and he was we were in the north of England, away from his PS4, and he was playing The Last Guardian on his phone. And you know what? It was really good. It worked really well. It works better than a Vita does.
The Xperia is a really good phone.
Like, granted, this was like the best Sony Xperia you could get, and because of that, he's completely off iPhones and just Sony Xperias.
Yeah, I can see that.
The battery life was amazing.
The thing that absolutely floored me with this is what this person demanded. I won't name names. They said since Xbox is getting it Play Anywhere and you can play it on your PC, they said they firmly believe that Sony needs to lock down the Seasons Pass as a pre-order exclusive so that they get the same money value.
Okay, I want names.
This person is clearly an idiot.
Put it in the chat. I want names.
Moron.
I'll send you screenshots after. I took screenshots because I'm pretty sure the person deleted tweets.
Put it in the multiverse chat.
Tweets.
Put it in the multiverse chat. I want to see this.
Yeah, put it in there now. Get to work, Nick.
Put it in, and then I'll read it in like a really posh English accent.
I'll do it. Yeah, I want to see this.
Do it now.
Okay, you guys keep going. I got boot up my tablet.
All right, while we're doing that, I'll tell you something. It was Shadow of Mordor. It's coming out August 22nd.
Yeah, coming out early.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's awesome that a game is coming out in 3 months, just under 4 months.
People learn from Bethesda.
That's how it should be. I mean, you announce
it really is how it should be.
End of February, March, and it comes out in August. That's the way it should be. Don't announce games 3 years in advance.
You know what the best part about this whole thing is? It's August 22nd, which is like 9 days after my birthday. So I'm super happy about that. But they've got the collector's edition announced. They have a full system in place. They have all the info available for the whole game already. That's amazing. One day you get everything you need to know about the game.
And look at the hype. Like we're not sitting out here like years in advance being like, "Yep, Shadow War's coming."
Yeah,
So,
and next week we'll get gameplay.
And see, that's what's killing me with a lot of developers. And Microsoft and Sony are the guiltiest of this, is they announce a game and then I have to sit here and watch 3 years of trailers wanting to play the game.
Yeah, but at least on Sony the game won't be cancelled. Ain't that right, Fame?
Huh? Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen, first off, I know everything I love dies, but somebody, I finally was watching Kofi's. I would listen to Kofi's Switch Gang anthem and y'all at the same time. Like I got so into the song, like I kind of like phased out. My bad. Yo, the Switch hype is real, bro. Like I'm sorry, it's real. It's real.
It really is, man. I can't wait.
Yeah. All right,
And
so
then-
let's get into this debate. We had 20 minutes to get this debate out. So this started off as a question. I believe it was actually our friend Tony Polanco over there on Throwdown Podcast brought this up first, saying, "Oh, fanboys are saying that exclusives don't matter and they're anti-consumer." And so our very own Mike actually went into a discussion. And so this is just a purely fun hypothetical scenario question of, are exclusives anti-consumer?
No.
Now I want to frame this first. The concept of anti-consumer being it is not to the benefit of the gamer for exclusives to be exclusive. For any game to be exclusive, it is to the benefit of the gamer for all games to be available on all platforms. Now, I think you can clarify a bunch of different stuff, but I'll kind of let this go about. What's the general thought here? Is the concept of exclusives anti-consumer in and of itself?
Of course it's anti-consumer. How does it benefit me as a consumer to spend more money to buy 3 different consoles to play these games? How is that benefiting me? It's costing me money as a consumer. You know what I mean? And that was kind of like my whole standpoint of it. I mean, there was some people that saying exclusives they were calling it, quote unquote, a necessary evil. Yeah, they are a necessary evil, and you're never going to get rid of exclusives. My thing just was, hypothetically, it is not consumer friendly.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would agree with you. It's a very base level. It probably isn't consumer friendly. However, if you're creating a game, an exclusive for a specific console, then you have a specific market. And if you have a specific market, you have specific demographics within that market who are looking for specific games, and you can cater to them directly. When you're going on a multi-platform, you have to make the general games. Hence why your Call of Duties, your Overwatches, your racing games, they are the multiplayer ones.
Here's the thing, right? And, I've been listening to some people, and this I kind of agree with. Like, say Sony IPs, like Uncharted, The Last of Us, Horizon Zero Dawn, Microsoft IPs like Halo and Gears of War. Sony and Microsoft create those games. So, I did soften a little bit, and yeah, those games should be exclusive to their platforms. What I'm talking about, the examples that I gave was, take a game like Neo, right? It's developed by Team Ninja. Sony did not develop that game. They did not pay to develop that game. They didn't fund the game. All they did was publish it. Why should a game like Neo, developed by a third party, be exclusive to one console?
Now, there's an interesting clarification. So I think the argument might shift a little more towards our third-party exclusives viable. Now, I think things like Street Fighter V, where Sony said Street Fighter V would never have been made if it wasn't for our support. I call BS on that. It was Capcom and it was Street Fighter. Of course there was going to be a Street Fighter V. Like, it's not up for debate, really. But I mean, before we move into the third-party exclusive, just the concept of exclusives at large. I want to get Fame's interpretation on this.
Okay. I understand the anti-consumerism part of it, yes, but it's a necessary evil. without exclusives, there's no point of owning any particular console. Why? If they're without exclusives, you might as well, there should just be one console on the market. There's no point of having a PS4, an Xbox, a Switch. There's no point of consoles without exclusives. Yes, at its core, it is anti-consumerism, but it is a necessary evil.
Now, see, my whole point was at first, and I'm not advocating abolishing exclusives. I know that exclusives aren't going to go anywhere. But in a perfect world, right, this is just kind of my theory. If you didn't have any exclusives at all, you could still have multiple boxes to play games on. Gamers would just choose the box that has, the performance, the features, and the services that are most important to you. So if you're somebody that values, and I'm just speaking from my experience, better online performance from multiplayer or more media apps, I'd buy an Xbox One, but I wouldn't lose out on any of these games. Whereas if I'm somebody that puts a little bit more of a priority on visual fidelity, I'd buy a PS4, but I'm still not missing out on any of those games. Does that make sense?
I think people do that at the beginning of console cycles. The main reason people bought PS4s in such high numbers as they did was all the features. Like, I can't remember a single launch title for the PS4 other than Knack.
Killzone Shadowfall.
Killzone Shadowfall. I mean, fair enough, but I bought a PS4.
Totally about that.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I think people bought PS4s because Microsoft screwed up so bad.
Because they didn't talk about any games at the Microsoft launch. They talk about all the extra stuff. People still bought a PS4, so it has to be something other than just the technical things and games. There's a way that the companies treat people, and Microsoft treated their fans like they didn't matter at the beginning of the console cycle.
They did,
and that's why things. And then because of that renewed faith that people had in the Sony things, they were willing to try so much with exclusives. And I think that's why the exclusive battle's so strong right now compared to how it was 10, 15 years ago.
And I think I should clarify somebody else too. Nobody's crying about exclusives. Nobody's port begging or anything like that. It's literally just
someone going to be port begging. So I mean,
there's always someone.
I think a lot of people on Xbox wish they could play The Last of Us.
But, sure. As a cultural touchstone, sure. I agree with that.
Yeah, but I just mean for the purposes of this conversation, that's not. We're literally just having a hypothetical conversation. That's it.
Of course.
Yeah, for me personally, I'm with Fame on this one. It is a necessary evil because without exclusives, consoles will not sell. Like the only benefit a console has over any other platform is that you can have the option to pay less and not have to set something up and deal with a lot of crap. Like that's the major benefit of consoles, but people will be going to PC as a result. Better versions, better everything. I mean, I definitely agree when it comes to features and stuff like that. Something where 360 and PS3, if you wanted look at the subscription service as an example. The only difference with what games were coming out and with Xbox, if PlayStation, if you wanted free games, you went to the system, you went to the service that offered you free games. Well, quote unquote free. If on Xbox you wanted better online, you had Xbox Live, which you paid for. And I definitely think that the concept of an exclusive is inherently anti-consumer. But the problem is it is a necessary evil, unfortunately. Not everybody can have everything. It's the number one thing to sell your console. You say, hey, we got games. And in an ideal world, every game will be on every platform. You just play wherever you want. But we don't live in an ideal world, and it kind of sucks. But those are the trade-offs here. You can't have everything.
Right, and that's what I was saying. In an ideal world, yeah, every game will be on every platform. And I know that, like I said, you're never going to completely get rid of exclusives. It's not practical. I get that, which is why I kind of, changed my stance a little bit today. And I was like, well, yeah, you're right. Games that are created by Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, I get that. I'm talking now more along the lines of third-party exclusives.
And third-party exclusives, I could agree with you. Like, and I think everybody can agree third-party exclusives suck. Like, especially when it's like a big studio that comes out and they just decide, yeah, we're not going to allow this game to come over here, not because we couldn't afford it. We know you could have afforded it, but like they're just choosing not to.
Bloodborne.
Yeah, but there's really no reason Bloodborne shouldn't have gone to any other platform.
Yeah, really.
That's how I chose to operate, though. Anyway, Nick, you got those pictures yet? I need to see them.
Looking. The topic we're on. Third-party exclusives don't make a lot of sense to me. Like, you have to be able, like, unless Sony or Microsoft's paying you X number of dollars that guarantee you the cash, I don't see why not selling your game on both platforms wouldn't be. It's like with Final Fantasy 15. It was sold on Xbox and PS4. PS4, I think it sold like 5 million. I think on Xbox One it sold 500,000. Or in that ballpark range. Lower, but
I don't know.
But still, it's 500,000 copies of that game sold.
Yeah.
Money in the bank, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and I would assume that would be enough to offset whatever cost it took for them to, get the game on Xbox One, because it is similar architecture.
And see, I always it always kills me of people beating exclusives and beating their chests to exclusives on Twitter and everything else, because I have a lot of friends that I work with and everything else. It's not to the degree that a lot of us play games. They casually play games. And, a lot of the average consumers don't care about exclusives. You're going to have your big console sellers, like The Last of Us was huge. Oh, I don't know anyone that owns a PlayStation that hasn't played Last of Us. Uncharted's a huge one. Like Halo is a big one. Forza is a big one. Those are games that a lot of mainstream people play. But there's these smaller, not even first-party exclusives, like third-party exclusives. I sit there and go, that was sold a lot better if it was on both platforms. And the biggest thing, too, is everyone always says exclusives are the most important thing ever. That's why people buy consoles. It's so funny because literally I've had an Xbox One now for 2 years. I decided to buy an Xbox One. The main reason I bought an Xbox One was A, I had an Xbox 360, and B, 9 out of my 11 friends that I game with heavily day to day have Xboxes. That's why I bought it. I didn't buy it for exclusives or anything like that. I may be weird in that aspect, but I played it because I knew if I wanted to play a game, like, for example, when Ghost Recon Wildlands beta opened up this past weekend, I hopped on Xbox, I grabbed 3 of my friends within 5 minutes, and we were all running that game.
No, Nick,
That's why
Nick is complete.
That's why Yep. Go
I was just to say you're completely right. The reason I was in a position I could have got a 360 or a PS3, and I talked to my friends, and they said, and I realized the majority had 360, so I thought, oh well, that decision's made. I'm going to play with my friends.
Yeah, exactly. And like, people can sit there and beat their chests about exclusives all the time, and how about Microsoft's exclusives don't sell, but Sony's do, and blah, 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 blah. With the exception of Uncharted and Halo, exclusive sales are beyond mediocre. And I'm sorry, they are. Like, if you like, the one I saw the other day was The Last Guardian hit 1 million sales, that's great. That's great for the developers and everything else. But that's 1 million out of 57 million install base. That's not good. It's same thing with Dead Rising 4. It sold 600,000, 700,000, somewhere in that ballpark.
That
on
was
Xbox
because
One.
the game was terrible.
Yes. But what I'm saying is that when you break it down, the attach rate for exclusives is the same across both consoles. Last Guardian sold 1 million on PS4 across 56 million consoles. There's 20 6 million Xbox Ones. I guess that's the estimated number. And it sold 600,000. So you multiply those up. They sold the same if you want to do attachment rate for owners of consoles. Those aren't great numbers. When your attach rate's like 2% of all console owners.
Funny. It brought to my attention when kids who was talking about it on Twitter when people were hyping up and so happy that was it The Last Guardian would ever hit 1 million with like $55, almost $60 million consoles sold, but then a game like Dead Rising or something sells like 600K with 26 million consoles, and it was a flop. Like, I don't understand the math that people are doing to say what's a flop and what's not a flop. It's crazy.
I think it also didn't help that The Last Guardian was a success critically, so it seemed like that game did well.
Yeah, well, that's just my thing, though. Is like at the end of the day, your big system sellers are first-party exclusives. Third-party exclusives can do kind of well to a degree, but look at Street Fighter V. They sold, I think, like 100,000 past their original shipment. Like the original shipment out of copies, they only sold like 100,000 after that. Not even. That did not do well at all.
And Resident Evil 7 multi-plat really well.
Yeah. And but that's why I'm saying, though, is the same thing as like, and the biggest thing people have to get over is when exclusives go multi-plat, don't boycott the game. The amount of people that absolutely
Titanfall.
Yeah, Titanfall. For Xbox guys, it was Titanfall. For my PlayStation guys, I had a friend of mine who actually stopped playing Metal Gear Solid because it went multi-plat.
No.
Man,
he was like, no. He's like, Xbox guys I don't want to play it anymore. I'm like, what? I don't care who, like, honestly, as a gamer, I don't care who plays the game. When something goes multi-plat for me, because I have no investments in any of these companies, when another game goes multi-plat, I'm excited for it because you know what? Then I can talk to my PlayStation buddies about it. And you know what? There's less drama in multi-plat games when they release because everybody's playing them. And exclusive releases on Twitter, I have to take a day off from Twitter because it gets stupid so quickly.
It does. And I mean, here's another statement that I'm going to give on this, and it's going to be in the form of a question. Why is it a bad thing that more people get to play good games?
Because the gamers who played it originally, they don't get to do the I'm special because I got to play this really cool game that no one else did. And they don't get to feel warm and fuzzy inside because it's all shared, because some gamers are children, both mentally and physically.
And that goes back to another thing. And that goes back to...
Wait, hold on. I want to say this. So I saw something very interesting with the whole Crash Bandicoot news last week, where Crash Bandicoot will apparently be coming to other platforms. At least as far as we know, it will be showing up on other platforms other than PlayStation. And I no joke saw this. The guy said Xbox guys don't deserve this game. They don't deserve it. And I'm like, so because a game is coming to another platform, we don't deserve it. And that's why we shouldn't have it. Like I have my own reasons for it. I have reasons why I think Xbox, like, it's a travesty that that game is coming to any other platform but PlayStation. But I'm not going to say it's a bad thing that other people get to play it.
Well, you know what? I heard a rumor. This is a rumor, and it was not a solid source. But the rumor is that the reason why it would be going multi-plat is because Activision does not have faith in the IP to sell the copies they want to hit exclusively on a PlayStation platform. That's why it's rumored that it's going to the Switch and it's going to Xbox. because they don't have faith in the IP. Because you know what? A lot of these remaster games, everyone gets the nostalgia goggles on. And then when you actually go back and play some of these games, they do not age well.
Oh, yeah.
And like, if it's a full bore remaster, which helps a lot. But the thing is like, I know for myself, there's so many games coming out right now. Crash Bandicoot is games I've played and beaten already, so it's a little less of an incentive for me to go pick it up because I've already played those games, I've already beaten them. Remasters they're cool. Like, don't get me wrong, full bore redone remasters are awesome. But I don't have an incentive to day one line up to buy it. I want new games. I want to go line up for Horizon Zero Dawn. I want to go line up for like Resident Evil 7. I want like new experiences, not games I've already played. The $40 price tag is going to sell this game well because as we saw with Ratchet and Clank, a $40 price tag makes games move.
Wait, is that
Unless it's
40 Canada?
That's 40 American, so it'll be like
Okay.
almost $60 for me.
Oh, boy.
Blame Canada.
All right.
Not everyone got that reference. Sorry.
That's not far.
No. We all got it. We're just a bit. It's very tiring to continuously do political humor in the modern climate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is true. This is true.
All right. So, real quick.
Fake news.
We
Sorry.
don't have those pictures yet. We need them.
Look in the chat, Anchor Man.
I haven't seen it yet.
No, the pics on there, aren't they?
No, look in the chat, man. He just look in the chat. Y'all never look. Y'all don't go back and forth between the chat and then YouTube. No. You gotta go back and forth, man.
Yes. So the pictures that we were talking about, apparently, we cannot find them because they have been blocked away
By someone who likes to block everybody.
Iron Wolf, I believe his name is.
All right, and this has been the Multiverse Show, episode 44.
I don't know. Was I not supposed to say that?
This has been the Multiverse Show.
Four Titans, bro.
Episode 44. I am Fame Entertainment. And
I don't know what I've done.
and oh Lord.
Can someone tell me what I've done?
Oh Lord.
Coming at you with the power of four Titans. It's the Multiverse Show.
I am done.
All right. Yeah,
We need a disclaimer at the bottom of that.
What have I done?
Express views that's by Mike does not represent the entire TICGN.com. You know, we need
All
one
right,
of them.
guys. So seriously, we do need to wrap up. We got stuff to do. Big stuff going on. So I want to say I hope everyone's excited for Horizon Zero Dawn. Hope that game's amazing. Hope you guys enjoy it. No joke. Seriously, I hope you guys enjoy that game.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll do our outros for the evening. Let's get started. Let's start with Nick.
What's going on? You guys can find me at Undead3XVI on Twitter. And if you want to talk games, play games, or anything like that, you can find me on Xbox for Undead Space 3XVI.
And what are you getting soon?
Oh, yeah. I'm also got my order in. They're on back order where I am. Go figure. Town 15,000 people. You can't get PS4 Pro.
Dude, they're getting sold out
Backward everywhere, man.
Yeah. Horizon is too. It's a console.
Like no, this is the thing that blows my mind with this. Last time I was at my GameStop was like 2 weeks ago. They had like 14 PS4 Pros sitting there in the box, and they're not moving. I was like, sweet, I'll just come in, I'll put my money down, it'll be cool. Went in there the other week, they were all gone. I was like, what? I'm like, you just order me in one. They're like, yeah, it'll be a couple of weeks. I'm like, what? Tried Walmart, no, they're just gone.
Man, that town is run by Tom Nook.
Like, damn.
All right, and Mike.
All right, guys. It's Mike. Check me out on Twitter and on Xbox at Mike P to Truth. Also, check me out on the Inner Circle at www.ticgn.com. Like I said, I'm hype as anything for Friday. Switch Gang is in full effect, and catch us next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
All right, James.
Has anybody else noticed that it takes longer to say www than it does to say World Wide Web?
Kind of does.
World Wide Web.
Yeah, it's just 3 syllables as opposed to 9. And at James_S Wilson, come talk to me about films, Radiohead. In 12 hours, come talk to me about how awesome Logan is or how terrible it is. We don't know. It's probably going to be really good. Or maybe come talk to me about why I shouldn't have said what I said earlier. Still don't know. There we go.
And Fame.
Yo, Switch Gang. Mike is hyped for Friday, but I am hyped for Thursday, baby. Switch Gang is in the building. Make sure you guys check out my homie Press Start Kofi, man. Check out the Switch Gang Anthem Part 2, him and Omega Loser. That joint is fire. But this has been the Multiverse episode 44. Thank everybody for coming out and rocking with us. Don't forget that the Inner Circle is giving away a Nintendo Switch Gang. Make sure you guys check out the website. If it's not the link below, go to our website, type in Nintendo Switch giveaway. It will be right there for you guys to enter to win. Also, make sure you guys check out my channel, Fame ENT2K. I'll be talking about some stuff. Y'all can come out and rock with your boy. And Horizon Zero Dawn is tomorrow. I will be doing a live stream, probably giving away a couple of PSN currency here and there. You know how I do with giving this stuff away. But make sure you guys rock out with me, man. And yeah, buddy.
All right, and this has been Anchorman here. Thanks for guys showing up for tonight, the Multiverse Show, episode 44. I'll be getting pumped up for Mass Effect. Finally finished the Mass Effect trilogy. Both finally excited. Thank you. Finally, amazing.
I'm gonna shag so many aliens in Andromeda.
No, well, not in Andromeda maybe, but I was loyal to Tally all the way through.
Actually, you know what? I meant to tag you in this tweet, and there was a tweet. Someone said the Dragon Age Inquisition and the developers of Mass Effect, which is BioWare, that the two development teams are in a competition of who can have the best sex scenes in a video game without becoming hardcore porn.
Yes. Oh, you guys know? Do you guys watch Game of Thrones?
Yes, sir.
You know Natalie Dormer?
Yes.
Marjorie. You know she's voicing a character in the new Mass Effect.
Wow.
Oh, I'm buying that game now.
Yeah, she's voicing one of the Ansari.
I'm saving up my money for Mass Effect right now. I'm doing contract stuff for like graphic design. Like, throw $5 my way, work something out.
But yeah, I just want the idea of Natalie Dormer being my doctor.
Okay, can we end the podcast? This is getting a little too good for me.
All right, guys, we'll see you later. See you next week. 8 o'clock, Multiverse, the greatest show on Mondays. We're out of here.
Switch Gang.
Yay.